still on justice for Mohbad. A lot of scary updates, confession, manipulation, a lot of conspiracy. It has started tumbling out. And you might want to ask yourself or selves, how? Where was all of this before? Is it because we are getting to that point of justice? Is that the reason why all of this is tumbling out? Is that the reason why they are all opening their mouth like, oh, this is what happened, this is how it happened, this is what I know, this is not what I know? Even Mohbad's mother. This is unbelievable. Because they know that all the factors, all the important points that can get justice, all of it has been gathered together because they know that the inquest, it has started, it has begun, and it has begun, and it is beginning. They know that is why all of this is coming out. Well, actor Yomi Fabi, he has received a lot of backlash, and those backlash, well, those backlash are tied to his activism and what he claimed he will do and he is doing, and the opposition that he is receiving a lot of backlash. They're saying, oh, Yomi this, Yomi that. But there is one thing about being resolute. Definitely, you're not going to expect everyone to embrace you. There are people who will be against you. Even those that claim to be on the same pathway, they will be against you. It's more like a check and balance. They are checking and balancing you. Whilst you also, if you choose, you can check and balance them. Ladies and gentlemen, there is something mysterious that just happened. It's about Mohbad's mother. I don't know. Maybe she will be like, I don't care for the oath and the money anymore. All I want now is justice, because as it stands, I've come to understand, I've come to realize that money, the money that I thought I was going to get there is not forthcoming. And now I have to open my mouth. I have to say it all. I have to do the needful before it is too late. Recall, Mohbad's mother went to the inquest. I mean, the inquest before the last one. The inquest that stopped she went there and she said something. You guys should start listening to Mohbad's father. Whatever he says, that's what it will be. Why did she say so? That's because she started having issues with Cynthia. Cynthia was trying to sit on everything. In fact, Cynthia was making it clear to her that you have no take in nothing. And she's like, what? I have not betrayed you. You are betraying me. What does it mean? We were supposed to share this together. How dare you? Ladies and gentlemen, take your time. This is explosive. Like and share. Tap on the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell.
Wo video yẹn dada. Mohbad wá stop láti sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣé rí nǹkan tèmi rí sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ni pé ní Saturday tí Mohbad sọ pé òun fẹ́ máa lọ yẹn, tí Mohbad fẹ́ fún lówó. Ó ní kò fẹ́ fún òun lówó torí kò má bàa lọ, òun wá sọ pé òun lọ sí church. Ṣé rí church tó lọ yẹn, video ló lọ. Ó dà pé mi mọ̀, I don't know, something bí a video ló lọ. So ó ní ìgbà tó ń wá tó ń sùn ni Mohbad wá kọjá lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ wọn or something like that. Òun wá pé Basile wá mọ̀, òun wá pé Wumi pé ṣé wọ́n jọ sùn. Pé Mohbad dìda, wá sọ pé ó ní Mohbad ń sùn lọ́wọ́. Ó ní Mohbad ń sùn lọ́wọ́. Ṣé rí gbogbo wọn ń bẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n mọ̀. Even kí bàbá Mohbad tó dé Lẹ́kì, ìyá Mohbad ti wà ń Lẹ́kì already. Ó mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Mohbad. Ìyá Mohbad mọ nǹkan tó ṣe, if kọ́ tó pe bàbá, ìyá Mohbad mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Mohbad.
Ẹ máa gbọ́. Wọ́n ṣe sọ, wọ́n sọ ní sọ pé àwọn jọ wà ní Kòròdú, àwọn jọ lọ́wọ́ boat. But ohun tẹ́mi suspect òun ni pé nígbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀, I am saying, ìyá ti lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
ìyá ṣẹ̀
ó
ti
ti lọ
sáré wá sí
síbẹ̀ ó ti wà ń
Ìkòròdú.
bẹ̀ yes bó ṣe jẹ́ gangan nìyẹn
Because
ṣe rí reason tí bàbá Mohbad ò dẹ̀ fi lè pariwo bàbá Mohbad gbogbo gbà yẹn ẹnu ẹ̀ ò tí ì tọrọ nígbà tí èèyàn débi kan tó rí adúrú èrò tí ó expect pé òun máa bá ń bẹ̀ irú ìjà wo ló fẹ́ jà òun nìkan láàrin adúrú èrò yẹn kò sí bó ṣe fẹ́ pariwo kò sí bó ṣe fẹ́ jà o.
gbogbo gbà yẹn bàbá ò tiẹ̀ tí ì léyàn kankan bàbá
kò ní anybody.
bàbá gbọ́ ò mọ̀ pé bóyá ọmọ wọn lórúkọ tó yìí wọn ò túbọ̀ pé lórúkọ
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
pé àti pé kò yẹ kó lórúkọ tó yìí báyẹn náà Mohbad gbà tó kú tán ni ògo yẹn búyọ so ẹ tí lè blame bàbá because wọ́n believe pé because if wọ́n yẹ sí gan ò tí ẹ jọ you don't understand because normally on a good day kò sí nǹkan tó stop pé irú kò yí yẹn I can say irú ebony vault kọ́ gbà síbẹ̀ kó wà ní mug kọ́ lọ sí kó sí with the kind of maybe she expect ẹni tó ní label tó lọ́mọ tó níyàwó tó lẹ́bí but all these things spirit Mohbad
wọn ò ní right láti gbé kúrò ń bẹ̀ yẹn wọn ò ní right láti gbé kúrò ń bẹ̀ yẹn.
spirit Mohbad no reason spirit Mohbad ó mọ reason tó ṣe tí wọ́n lọ sí Ìkòròdú yẹn ibi tí ó mọ̀ pé òun máa ti rí ìfẹ́ òótọ́ tó máa wò báyìí pé anafẹ́rí tó máa to the last minute let's pay our respect. Do you understand?
Mo tún rí another video lálẹ́ mo rí another video kan lálẹ́ mo tún rí another video kan lálẹ́ lifestyle ọ̀rẹ́ Mohbad ó náà wọn ò síbẹ̀ nígbà tó ń sin Mohbad another video tí mo rí yẹn ó wà ibi tán ti sin Mohbad gangan lifestyle dúró síbẹ̀ ó ní àfáà kan Mohbad máa ń dárúkọ àfáà yẹn àrídùnnú lórúkọ àfáà yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ni àfáà tó dúró tó wọ aṣọ brown yẹn àrídùnnú ni ó máa dẹ̀ pé most àwọn music industry wọ́n máa àfáà wọn ni something like that Mohbad máa ń dárúkọ àfáà wọn ni so àfáà yẹn náà wà ń bẹ̀ mọ́ àwọn pé ṣé kò ń ṣe àfáà yìí ló wà ń bẹ̀ nígbà tó ń sọ pé wọ́n rà àwọn àfáà kan ní Lẹ́kì tọ́nà bá ń bẹ̀ níjọ́ tí Mohbad kú ṣe rí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn pín gan ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad yìí ó long gan
ìdí tí spirit
ó
Mohbad
long
ṣe ń
gan
jà
tó lè dorí èèyàn rù.
I can say ìdí tó ṣe ń jà ó ní reason because kíkọ́ rẹ̀ ṣe ń jà tó ń da gbogbo aláàmúlẹ̀ tí rí kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ máa rò ó pé ẹ wo orú blessing sìn àárín kó jà fún justice for Mohbad dàrúṣà àbúrò justice for Mohbad àdúrà no justice for Mohbad ìyá no justice what exactly kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan èmi ò yọ I'm not removing domestic violence from the old stuff it might have started or emanated from domestic violence kó jẹ́ pé ọ̀rẹ́ gbogbo wọn rí nídìí pé ìjà ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ I get what I'm saying.
àti pé wọ́n lè máa wọ pé bọ́n ṣe máa ń jà nìyẹn.
Exactly. So at this point, when it did happen, from the stuff that I got earlier, probably there was no attempt to save his life. And then, whether we like it or not, that 3 seconds, the extension of that stuff, I felt more from that video. I want to see what role nínú fídíò tí ó wà lọ́wọ́ ọlọ́pàá yẹn tí Zomo tó wà nú ẹ̀yẹn. I want to see the role Zomo played in that video. For now, let's wait. I am saying let's wait and say, okay, don't worry. Adura, Wumi, Zomo, Mohbad, don't worry, it's not the day you die. It's not the day of Mohbad die. But that video, it has violence. Even Zomo said Wumi was holding knife, Abi, and then Wumi said I was fighting Zomo. Zomo said, "Lai, you were fighting Mohbad, and you even wanted to stab me with a knife." You understand? The Attorney General should see that, because at the end of the day, bí ọlọ́pàá ṣe ṣe investigation tí wọ́n ṣe débẹ̀ yẹn kò tí ì yé mi. However, like I'm saying, whatever the case may be, Oyat says Naira Marley was the plotter, Wumi was the coordinator, and Adura was the executioner. Wonderful. It could be, I am saying, it could be not, but you will be shocked. Because I have said it over and over that the only reason why Mama Mohbad is fighting hard, despite what we have seen during Mohbad's burial, is because of a close family member. Nígbà tá a lè tún fi lè rí gẹ́ ìtótó àjù kan síbẹ̀ yẹn. I can tell you for free that that particular lady is also doing a bidding of a family member. She's not old enough, or she's trying to stand in for somebody. Somebody they feel does not have the mental strength to do that stuff. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Then, nítorí pé lábẹ́ bó tilẹ̀ wù kó rí, like I said earlier, when we had the press conference, in Tonika Adura wa ṣe tí gbogbo fẹ́ ṣe ọ̀tọ̀. I don't know why they don't want me to continue to mention Adura, because even if Adura was impersonated, are you with me? The right thing to do is,
yes.
Mr. Yomi, don't worry, I was reckless. I allowed this guy to have access to my TikTok. So I am guilty in part. But if this guy is saying that this is how my brother cried, you know, none of them ever said that was not true. And this Wumi went on TV saying the guy was messaging, the Damola was messaging her. She refused to respond. So Damola, is he now joking? Let's assume it's Damola. The right thing for Damola to do is, let me narrate how Mohbad cried, and then let me say it was a fight between Wumi and Mohbad. Between all of you and I, Damola is a staunch supporter of Wumi. She's 100% for Wumi. So naturally, a clear investigator will know that there is no way Damola will want Wumi to fall. Do you understand? And the tone of the conversation does not speak Damola, speaks Adura. I have a video of how you and my brother, let me put it up again so that you guys can see. Let me put up the chat again so that you guys can see clearly again. In case there are some people that are just coming up. You can keep talking. Let's have Big Fish, round up your submission so I can bring another person up.
Okay. So nǹkan tí mo rò nìyẹn, even ní second video tí mo rí yẹn náà, Ayan wà ń bẹ̀, gbogbo wọn wà ń bẹ̀, OG wà ń bẹ̀, gbogbo wọn ló mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí bọ̀bọ̀ yìí, kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ni tó lè bọ́ta sọ̀rọ̀. Gbogbo wọn pátá, torí nígbà tí èèyàn kú, tí ẹ pé bàbá, ẹ pé anybody, ẹ wá lọ tẹ sábẹ́ staircase. Gbogbo èèyàn bí 100 ti wà ń bẹ̀. Àwọn èèyàn 100 tó wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn, ta ló pè wọ́n? Báwo ló ṣe gbọ́? Báwo ló ṣe mọ̀ pé ó kú? Ta ló ní kó gbé kúrò ní hospital? Ta ló ní kó má gbé lọ mọ́ṣú? Kí ló dé tó ń gbé padà sílé? Kí ló dé tó lọ tẹ sílé? Kí ló dé tó ń gbé padà sílé? Tí wọ́n gbé padà sí?
Gbogbo àwọn ibi tẹ́lẹ̀ ti ní problem pẹ̀lú ọlọ́pàá nìyẹn pé now, police, what are you doing? How can these people that decided to take Mohbad home would not be a suspect? The truth of the matter is, when you go to a hospital, they said PID. Before police can admit anybody, say, okay, we want to give you a police report. They will need an account of how the person died. So if the person died in a hospital setting, the doctor's report will surface. If the person did not die in the hospital, if the person died on the road, anywhere in the office or in the house, somebody must be there to give an account and must be able to write it officially that this is how this person died or this is how we met this person. Now, immediately they say that police, if you say it's at home, police will investigate direct. I have a video of the fight with Cynthia and my brother. Cynthia and who? My brother. And he went on to say, the video gets where Wumi pushed my brother and he used head, knock, floor. Very simple and direct. What do you think made, or what do you think Blessing is trying to achieve by also throwing something into Mohbad's grave secretly that wanted to perform it? She's not going to hide by doing it if it is a legitimate spiritual procedure. Emi o understand though. Talo pa Mohbad. Afemo. Witness account only. It's not going to be, you said this. They will tell you, prove it, whatever you're saying. Maybe I just hope and pray that somebody like the nurse or any other person will say, hey, this is the video of how I got into the house. I recorded this video secretly. They didn't know. This is what I meant. That is the only thing. And that way, that nurse must be given full security immediately. But even when they know that the person is speaking the truth, I want them in way, they will still want to find means to say, okay, you have said it. So we are going to be praying on the testimony from the coroner inquest and hoping that those coming there tomorrow bring something substantial.
It is quite obvious that Yomi Fabi is passionate about this. Some people, and even the lawyer of Wumi said, oh, look at him. What kind of actor and director is this? There are people out there who are making movies, cinema, and they are netting millions. And he's there screaming that he wants justice for Mohbad. What kind of thing is that? You know, that is expected. This is the kind of world that we are in. Yeah, this is the kind of world that we are in. Definitely, they will want to speak over him, speak against him. They will speak in general against anyone who is firm, anyone who wants justice to be served. I do not see Yomi as someone who does not want justice to be served. I am not going to be in support of whoever it is that is saying, no, Yomi Fabi, he does not want justice to be served. If it is about money, I guess that is the issue that came up back then. They said, oh, come and account for the money that was given to you. This is what I spent. Why? Because they do not want you to make ends meet or get paid a salary whilst you are presenting yourself as a charity, NGO. But he said mine is for activism. Activism, getting justice. He calls it break the silence. He didn't say break the hunger. So, that's the part that he does not want to come out to talk about. Like, listen, I don't owe you guys a public explanation. This is what it is now. It's not going to be you gave money to Yomi Fabi, you gave it to the foundation, and you cannot question the foundation. If you don't want to donate, don't donate, but don't come to tell us we want you to make an account. Now, if a foundation chooses to, of course, government does that. They have commission, charity commission, that looks into stuff like that. But in this case, it all became messy. And fights broke out. Oh, Yomi Fabi, he does not want to account for the money we give to him. But he said he delivered. So why are you asking me again to make an account? Can't you see that the money was used for what you guys are seeing the results of? Why asking me to come and say I spent 500 for this, I spent 200 for this? All became messy. Trouble started. And, well, now, part of what he talked about and what one of our guests talked about is the complicity of Mohbad's father and, of course, more importantly, Mohbad's mother. I don't want to dwell on Mohbad's father. I want to dwell on Mohbad's mother because till today, there are a lot of people who still they can't process it. It is difficult for them to process. They just cannot understand how and why Mohbad's mother did what she did and is still doing what she's doing. Like, why? Is this all about greed? Is it all about the man left, he chased me out, and he made it appear like we are going to return back and become one? He disappointed me. He now went with another woman, or he left me. You know, she talked about these things. Like, when you came back to my life, you said you are going to open the door. I agreed. Let's come back together as one. After you finish lying, pure, you finished all of that. Then you now brought another woman to the house. Now, this other woman is the woman in the life of Mohbad's father. According to Cynthia, they are in a relationship. But from what we heard, I don't know how true that is. They say they both have children together. Now, let's leave that aside. Now, Mohbad's mother said, should I stick with Cynthia or Mohbad's father? I would rather stick with Cynthia because Mohbad's father has shown to me that another woman is more important than me. So, this is the reason why I will not. Now, I will not say that Cynthia will tell Mohbad's mother that she, directly or indirectly unalived, is her son. It's not possible. It is not possible. Maybe one way or the other, she got to find out some things, and then it became, oh, but I was told this. Adora said he heard this. Adora said this happened. Adora said this. Adora said that. And then she'll be like, but in that case, then Mohbad's mom can then maybe say, okay, no problem. All I know is that they said my son, royalty, money, blah, blah, blah. I just want things from my son. And don't worry, I'm going to support you. Against all odds, I'm going to support you. We are going to get what we need to get. That's why they went to Femi Falana earlier. They went to Femi Falana earlier, even before the elder sister, Karimo, before she came back from the US. After all, she's the one that gave her the connection to see the lawyer. Before she came back from the US, Mohbad's mother, Mohbad's mother, alongside Cynthia, had gone without telling Mohbad's father anything to Femi Falana. The question is this: why did they go there? Obviously, they went there because it was convenient for them to quickly make some kind of arrangement with Femi Falana on how they are going to lay claim to Mohbad's little bit of money. Not until it became bigger. That's when everything broke, It became bigger. People listened to his music and more money came in. Then the fight became messy. Well, it is what it is. I, for one, I believe in transparency. I believe in justice. I believe in truth. And I believe that we'll get justice for Mohbad. Because it is so important that if we don't, we are going to lay an example that will hurt us as the days goes by. And you ask yourself, Why didn't I support? Why didn't I press and push to have a better society? That's it. Many problems that people are experiencing today came out of the lackadaisical attitude of those in the past. They didn't pay attention. They didn't care. They didn't bother. They rather would focus on something irrelevant. They left the wolves, vampires, transformers, secretarians. They left them to do whatever they like. Well, even though the conversation that they claim is not from Adura, even though it's from Adura's handle, some are saying Adura is not educated, so he does not know some things. He's just there like, like a child who is not balanced. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. For me, I am so sad that at times I wonder, but then you don't need to think too far. In the beginning of this earth, according to what we've been told, if you look at the scriptures of Christians and other books that spoke about the same, there is a man called Cain and there is a man called Abel. You all know the story, how one unalived the other. That was when, that was when we did not even have genetically modified food. So say something kind of worked against their mind. That was when we didn't have automobiles. So say, pollution. The air was as clean, perfect as it can be. No pollution whatsoever. The ground, before you till the ground too long, it will produce you food. Everything came fresh, beautiful. But, that which exists in human will always be there. So you cannot look at a brother and say, because someone is my brother, uncle, auntie, mother, father, it means they cannot hurt you? Or means you think that everyone will look at humanity and look at family tie when money is placed. They will sell you and say, well, with that money, I will take it. The only thing I will do is I'm going to beautify his grave. I'm going to take care of maybe his children, give them something, set them up. But me, I'm taking these millions. I'm taking these millions of dollars, pounds, euro, whatever. Now I'm taking them. That's human being for you. If someone can sacrifice their child, in a ritual to make money, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? If women can sacrifice or offer their children in their coven, what are you talking about? There's nothing like family tie and all of those. If it works for you, then you're lucky. But do not rely on it always. Do not. Do not. So, everyone for himself, God for us. Does that mean you cannot confide? Well, at your own risk. At your own risk. At your own risk. So, what are your thoughts about this latest development and what you have heard so far? Drop your comments. See you in the next update.